Hey guys, my name is Jonathan Weisner. I'm a freelance artist and a Sony sales rep. I've always been into programming, but I'd like to make it into my career. And now I will teach you something. I'm going to show you how to control a servo directly from your computer using Python and an Arduino Uno. I'm going to need a small servo that draws less than 500 milliamps so it doesn't trip the USB port. We're going to need an Arduino Uno, a USB cable, a computer, and 3 jumper wires, yellow, red, and brown. The first thing we're going to need to do is download all the files we need for the demo. Double click the link in the middle of the video. Download. This is just my Google Drive. After they're all downloaded, we're going to open them up and we will move over the files to our desktop. Alright, got them all here. First step will be installing Arduino. Click yes. I agree. Install. Now that Arduino has completed its installation, we're going to close that out and start the installation of Python 2.6. We installed Python 2.6 for compatibility reasons. Just do the default installation. As completely installed, we're going to hit finish and we're going to install the Python serial library. This allows Python to easily communicate through serial. Make sure you select 2.6 if you have other versions of Python installed. Finish. Now that's done, we're going to go back and open up multiple serial servo control. This time you want to plug in your Arduino board. Multiple serial servo control needs its own folder. Click OK. Now the computer is installing the drivers for the Arduino board. Since we already installed the Arduino environment, it's going to be successful. Now let's go to Tools, Board, make sure it says Arduino Uno. Unless you're using a different Arduino, then select yours. We'll go to serial port. We're going to select COM3. If it has multiple options, just unplug your USB and figure out which one disappeared. Now we're going to upload the sketch to our Arduino board. Just going to click that arrow to the right of the check mark. Alright. Uploading is done and successful. Unplug your Arduino board. The servo has 3 wires coming out of it. Brown, red, and yellow. Brown will be ground, red will be power, and yellow will be control. Put the 3 matching jumper wires into the servo wires, and then we're going to plug them into the Arduino. Brown goes in the little G and D, which is ground pin. We're going to put the red one in the 5 volts, which is 5V, and then you're going to put the yellow one into pin 9, which is what we have our first servo set up for. Once you're all done, we're going to plug in the USB. Alright, now that we've got our Arduino hooked up to our servo, right click the Python servo controller, edit with idle. We're going to go into the file here. I'm going to make sure that the communications port is the right one. It says USB port. When the Arduino hooked up to it earlier, it said a port. Make sure you change USB port to equal the communication port that it connected to. This gives examples if you're on a different operating system. Mine was communication port 3. We're going to run that. Run module. Okay. And now we're all connected. Connected through serial. I can type move round bracket 1 for the servo and choose the angle, close the round bracket, and then hit enter. and it will move my servo. Cool. Change that to 40. Quick tip, if you're on Windows, press Alt-P. It will cycle through the last things that you did. Move, move, robot, move. Alright, done. And that's how you get a servo to move.